When shopping for insurance, you want somebody who has great customer service, that's bilingual, and has great rates. Mike Gonzalez with MGA Insurance Group is here at your service. Call him at 214-613-4050 for a free quote. MGA Insurance Group has policies for any type of risk. You don't have a driver's license? No problem. MGA Insurance has a solution for you. Please call 214-613-4050 and ask for Mike Gonzalez. Also, visit the website at mgainsgrp.com.
Hey everybody, this is Stephanie Montiel and you're listening to Tremendo Thursdays.
This is David Lattis and you're jamming to Tremendo Thursdays.
Hey, what's up my peeps? It's your girl LMD.
Yo, what's up people? This is Tony Guerrero de las Sombras de Chicago. Les mando un fuerte abrazo con un besote.
That is your boy Jeff Perez from the Alamo City and you're jamming to Tremendo Thursdays.
This is Mike Gonzalez from the Iconics and you're listening to DJ Ramon, Zumba Chica, and Little Frankie on Tremendo Thursdays.
Oh, yeah, Tremendo Thursdays. Turn it up, Latino.com, and we're getting ready to start another Thursday night party. As we say, getting your weekend started one day early.
Yes.
Zumba Chica.
We are getting you ready for the weekend. Happy Juneteenth to everyone celebrating today.
Oh, yeah. For all those individuals that were happen to get the day off, man. Yeah. We were off today, so we did a lot of running around. But we are ready to do a little party, a little Tejano Thursday night Tejano party.
Yes, we are.
And we got an awesome show tonight because one of our artists that we play all the time here on Turn It Up Latino, Mr. George Salazar, will be doing an interview with him in a little less than 30 minutes now, maybe 25 minutes or so.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. I believe George is in Michigan, so his time is a little different. I don't know where it's going to be later for him or earlier for him. Not sure. But we'll find out soon enough once we get him on the phone. So, anything, Zuma, before we get started? Of course, we're going to play nothing but George Salazar up until 8 o'clock. 30 minutes nonstop.
That's right.
I know we got 20 ticket in the house.
Shout out to everyone joining us.
Oh, yeah. Let's get this Thursday night party started with a little bit of Mr. George Salazar. Like I said, share the feed, let everyone know where the party's going down. We got a phone interview, Mr. George Salazar, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
A tus amigas te sigues contando esos cuentos que no te he superado, que te sigo mandando mensajes y textos. Yo no lo creo. ¿Cómo sigues mintiendo? Que te sigo llamando, que como molesto. La verdad, eres la que me acechas todo día. ¿Será que me amabas todavía? ¿A que no admites? Sigues pensando en mí. ¿A que no admites? No te has olvidado de mí. Vive constante en tu mente, en pensamientos. Sé que me quieres a mí, a que no admites. Sigues contando esos cuentos que no te he superado, que te sigo mandando mensajes y textos. Yo no lo creo. ¿Cómo sigues mintiendo? Que te sigo llamando, que como molesto. La verdad, eres la que me acechas todavía. ¿Será que me amabas todavía? ¿A que no admites? Sigues pensando en mí. ¿A que no admites? No te has olvidado de mí. Vive constante en tu mente, en pensamientos. Sé que me quieres a mí. ¿A que no admites? ¿A que lo admites? Sigues pensando en mí, ¿a que lo admites? No te has olvidado de mí, vive constante en tu mente, en pensamientos, sé que me quieres a mí, ¿a que lo admites? ¿A que lo admites? Dame un momento para hablar contigo, espérate. Déjame decirte todo lo que siento, espérate.
All right, Tremendo Thursdays, TurnItUpLatino.com. Once again, got that awesome interview lined up with Mr. George Salazar coming up shortly at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Once again, that's less than 30 minutes.
Déjame decirte que te amo. Quiero estar contigo para siempre. Quiero darte todo mi cariño. Que no ves que sin tu amor no puedo vivir. Es que te amo. Si me puedes todo el mundo te lo regalo. Es que te amo. Es que te amo. Mi amor es todo tuyo porque te amo. Que te amo. Quiero estar contigo para siempre. Quiero darte todo mi cariño. Que no ves que sin tu amor no puedo vivir. Es que te amo. Es que te amo. Si me puedes todo el mundo te lo regalo. Es que te amo, mi amor es todo tuyo porque te amo. Es que te amo, es que te amo. Si me puedes todo el mundo te lo regalo. Es que te amo, es que te amo, mi amor. Te amo. Dame un momento para hablar contigo, espérate. Déjame decirte todo lo que siento, espérate.
Welcome. It's Tremendo Thursday, everyone. Want to send a big shout out to Tony and Tigre, busy tagging. Appreciate it. Roxanne as well.
Oh, yeah. Listening to Smooth Sounds, Mr. George Salazar, a little bit of cumbia. Once again, interview lined up 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Hang tight, baby.
Escúchame, déjame decirte lo que siento. Tan solo te pido un momento para expresarte lo que siente. Escúchame, desde que llegaste a mi vida, el sol cubierto por las nubes ahora brilla y la tristeza de mis ojos se ha vuelto alegría. Tú llegaste a mi vida con tu amor, le diste a mis labios todos sus besos que por mucho tiempo desieron. Tú realizaste mis sueños como tú me has esperado, solo tú. cuando llegaste a mi vida.
Oye, Tremendo Thursdays, turningup.latino.com. Once again, getting ready for the live interview. Mr. George Salazar coming out right at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Oh, a little remake of a classic song, El Rey, Mr. George Salazar style.
Yo sé bien que estoy afuera, pero el día que yo me muera, sé que tendrás que llorar. Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste y así te me vas a quedar. Con dinero y sin dinero, yo hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. Una piedra en el camino me enseñó que mi destino era rodar y rodar. También me dijo el herrero que no hay que llegar primero, pero hay que saber que llegar. Con dinero y sin dinero, yo hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey.
Welcome, welcome everyone. It's Tremendo Thursday.
Qué feliz te ves junto de él. Tu sonrisa me lo dice todo. Ven por otra oportunidad, pero se ve que es demasiado tarde. Perdóname por el dolor que te ha causado y las lágrimas que yo te hice llorar. No te tardes nada para olvidarme. Sinceramente es lo que me duele más. Ay, cómo duele saber que he perdido tu cariño, mirarte en otros brazos y no los míos, saber que otro es dueño de lo mío. Ay, cómo duele saber que ya no existo en tu vida. La verdad que yo te amo todavía. Ay, Dios mío, ay, cómo duele. Qué feliz te ves junto de él. Tu sonrisa me lo dice todo. Ven por otra oportunidad, pero se ve que es demasiado tarde. Perdóname por el dolor que te ha causado y las lágrimas que yo te hice llorar. No te tardes nada para olvidarme. Sinceramente es lo que me duele más. Ay, cómo duele saber que he perdido tu cariño, mirar
Tremendo Thursdays, TurnItUpLatino.com. Once again, getting that weekend started one day early on a Thursday night. Also getting ready for an awesome interview lined up with Mr. George Salazar. 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. About 10 minutes or so. Oh, yeah.
Ven, dame todo tu cariño, ven, dame todo tu amor. Aquí te quiero, aquí conmigo, dentro de mi corazón. Es que yo te quiero amar, yo te quiero entregar todo este amor que siento, te lo quiero demostrar. Quiero darte 1000 besitos, acariciarte despacito, pasar la noche entera hasta que nos amanezca. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven, dame todo tu cariño, ven, dame todo tu amor. Aquí te quiero, aquí conmigo, dentro de mi corazón. Es que yo te quiero amar, yo te quiero entregar todo este amor que siento, te lo quiero demostrar. Quiero darte 1000 besitos, acariciarte despacito, pasar la noche entera hasta que nos amanezca. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven, dame Dime amor, dime lo que sientes en tu corazón. Yo me estoy enamorando. Dime amor, dime si tú ves estrellas brillar cada vez que nos besamos. Tú llegaste encendiendo el fuego apagado en mi pasión. Tú, mi amor, me haces sentir lo que nunca yo había sentido. Tú, mi amor, haces latir mi corazón con tus besos. Tú, mi amor, me haces feliz cada día que estás conmigo. Solo tú, mi amor. Dime amor, dime lo que sientes en tu corazón. Yo me estoy enamorando. Dime amor, dime si tú ves estrellas brillan cada vez que nos besamos. Tú llegaste encendiendo el fuego apagado en mi pasión. Tú, mi amor, me haces sentir lo que nunca yo había sentido. Tú, mi amor, haces latir mi corazón con tus besos. Tú, mi amor, me haces feliz cada día que tú estás conmigo. Solo tú, mi amor.
Oh yeah, Zumba Chica, man, this song right here, man. It brings this is a smooth song. Once again, George Salazar, one of my favorite songs that he plays, man, that he sings, Que Dolor. Check it out, Tremendo Thursdays.
Quédate, mi amor, no te vayas, por favor. Regálame un momento, te lo pido, corazón. Solo quiero ver si te puedo convencer que te quedes esta noche en mis brazos otra vez. Pero dices que ya no sientes amor, que hace tiempo todo terminó. Ay, qué dolor estoy sintiendo yo en mi corazón al decirme adiós, decirme adiós. Ay, qué dolor estoy sintiendo yo, que no ves, mi amor, estoy herido, herido.
Oh yeah, Tremendo Thursdays, turnituklatino.com. Once again, coming up just a little bit, live interview with Mr. George Salazar. Get ready, right around the corner, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Pero dices que ya no sientes amor, que hace tiempo todo terminó. Ay, qué dolor estoy sintiendo yo en mi corazón al decirme adiós, decirme adiós. Ay, qué dolor estoy sintiendo yo, que no ves, mi amor, estoy herido, herido.
When shopping for insurance, you want somebody who has great customer service, that's bilingual and has great rates. Mike Gonzalez with MGA Insurance Group is here at your service. Call him at 214-613-4050 for a free quote. MGA Insurance Group has policies for any type of risk. You don't have a driver's license? No problem. MGA Insurance has a solution for you. Please call 214-613-4050 and ask for Mike Gonzalez. Also, visit the website at mgainsgrp.com.
Hey everybody, this is Stephanie Montiel, and you're listening to Tremendo Thursdays.
This is David Lattis, and you're jamming to Tremendo Thursday.
Hey, what's up, my peeps? It's your girl LMD.
Yo, what's up, people? This is Tony Guerrero de la Sombra de Chicago. Les mando un fuerte abrazo con un besote.
That is your boy Jeff Pettis of the Alamo City, and you're jamming to Tremendo Thursday.
This is Mike Gonzalez from the Iconics, and you're listening to DJ Ramon, Zumba Chica, and Little Frankie on Tremendo Thursday.
Oh, yeah, Tremendo Thursdays. Turn it up, Latino.com. Man, once again, like I said, getting that weekend started on a Thursday night. That's right. Nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Before we do the shout-outs and before we get with the live interview with Mr. George Salazar, make sure you check out the rest of the lineup. On Tuesday, we have the Puro Party Show. On Wednesday, we have Tejano Jukebox and more. Of course, Tremendo Thursdays is this show. And on Fridays, we syndicate a show out of San Antonio, Texas, the Tejano Soul Show. The Tuesday and the Wednesday show, they're moving studios. So if you have not seen them online, that's because they're going to bigger, better places. That's right. So we are moving some equipment around and moving to different studios. So they'll be off for a little while, but they'll be back on shortly.
That's right. DJ Andy's on. He said the Poodle Party show is coming back soon.
Oh yeah.
Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody misses that show, and of course Oscar G's Tejano Jukebox and more. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Zumba, we got any shout outs?
Oh, we have a lot of shout outs. Appreciate everybody who's joining us. I know we have, as you can see, we have George Salazar interview here coming up shortly. And I know he's tagging. There's people sending him shout outs. So I know, we have a lot of supporters for George Salazar. Want to send a big shout out to Borao Lopez, Tony and Roxanne. So Tony El Tigre has been tagging. Also, big shout out to Mr. Daniel Garcia, Juan Narvaez listening from Florida. And of course, the lovely Norma Salazar is on. George said that Norma and Anita Rodriguez-Rudel are outside listening. So appreciate y'all joining. Also, big shout out to my aunt and uncle Janie and Robert Dominguez. Hope y'all are doing well. Brian Bennett is on. DJ Unknown. Laura Science from Leona Promotions is on. Big shout out to Adelita and Richard Sosa. Appreciate y'all joining us. Also, Liliana Chapa, Lola Miguel Castillo, and Eddie Perez. And we'll find out more about Eddie Perez because George Salazar sent him a shout out. So when we interview George Salazar, I'm sure he'll, give us all the information we've been wanting to know about George Salazar and his music and everything.
All right. Let me go ahead and give Mr. George Salazar a call. So hang tight. Hopefully he picks up on the first ring. We'll see. Maybe how many rings? We should take a guess. You think he's gonna pick on the first ring, the second ring, or he's gonna make us wait to the third ring?
Oh no, I think he's ready.
I think he's ready. So let me give him a call.
Hello?
Is this Mr. George Salazar?
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, it is.
All
What's
right.
up, guys?
All right. Awesome. Once again, everybody checking us out on Turn It Up Latino, Tremendo Thursday. We have Mr. George Salazar, straight out of Michigan.
Holland, Michigan. Yes,
Holland,
sir.
Michigan. We're having we almost hit 100 degrees today here in Texas.
Yes.
Is it still beautiful in Michigan?
Yes, we just got done with like a little storm here. Started off this morning, and it's going to be in the 90s this Saturday and Sunday. That's what the forecast is. That's hot.
The 90s does sound a little high for Michigan.
Yeah, it does.
But it's
we're
summertime.
getting ready for it.
But it's
We're getting
summertime.
ready. Yes, sir.
What's we're not gonna talk about the weather, but I'm always interested for people who live up north. Is it more winter or is it more summer?
I'd like to say more summer, not more winter.
Oh, okay.
And I'm a winter guy. I love the snow, and sometimes I get a little bit upset with Mother Nature because we don't get that much snow.
Oh, is that right? Maybe my geographic locations are a little bit off, but I thought Michigan got a lot of snow. So I guess you don't.
It gets cold, but sometimes there's snow on the floor, and then sometimes there's not, but it's really cold.
There you
It's
go.
like 0 below and no snow, but it's really cold.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah,
You gotta have a little
I'm
snow
all
to
about
make
the
it.
snow.
Yeah, gotta have a little snow to kind of offset it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. So we have Zumba Chica. She's in the house. I'm sure. I don't know. We're doing a phone interview, so I'm sure you logged in and you can check out the video feed. But Zumba Chica is also in the house. She'll be doing some questions as well.
How you doing, Zumba Chica?
I'm
I see you
doing
out there.
good. Good.
No, I seen you both before the phone came through, and I was just like, I was doing shout outs and tagging some people, and George is on from California. Just got done doing an interview with him, last, I think it was last Tuesday, and then, or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And then Tuesday was a surprise interview from Colorado. And I thought that was really awesome. And then today we had this scheduled, and I was just like, oh, I'm not going to miss this one. DJ Ramon and Chica, Chica Zumba, you guys are killing it out there. I really enjoyed the music going right now, not just because it was my music, but just re-listening to the songs and the way you mix them and intertwine them together. And I just think that was pretty amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Well, awesome. We're here on not just this show, Tremendo Thursdays, but I know the Tuesday show, the Poodle Party show with DJ Big Andy and Emre. They play music all the time, as well as Oscar G. So on Wednesdays with the Hano Jukebox and more, we're big fans of George Salazar. And
thank you.
So this is actually a great honor for our station and our show for you being a part of this interview, because we play a lot of music from a lot of artists, and sometimes it's awesome to just chit chat with them and get to meet them. And the same thing with the fans and the people that listen to your songs, to get to know who the person behind the music is.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
well,
right.
you know what? I thank you guys for inviting me, and it's an honor to be able to share, my history and how I became a Tejano artist as well, so an uprising or I'm not like those big guys out there, but hey, I could just give you what I got, and if people like it, that's awesome. It's like a domino effect. Let it keep going.
Yeah. So I have to ask you about this. So there's a George Salazar that's an actor. So when you Google George Salazar
Yes.
and put Tejano artist, he still comes up. The other George Salazar.
It's really weird because I get that a lot. Everybody's like, dude, I Googled you and some other crazy guy comes out. And I go, man, I'm so sorry. You got to put my name and then put like Que Dolor or Llegaste a mi vida or
Yes.
Miss You Most at Christmas time after my name, and then I'll pop up.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's
Because like I said, I even put Tejano artist and he still came up. And it was
Yep.
funny because on his little write-up at the very bottom, it said,
I was like-
we still cannot, it said something about we still do not know how he's connected to Tejano music, or he's not connected to Tejano music.
it's really weird because he's got a bandana on and he's like this theatrical, musician or singer or something. I don't know what. I freaked out myself. I was just like, and you know what? Tiger Mays, he told me once, hey, you need to do something about that. You need to put a name, one of your something, the Michigan Sensation or because
okay.
he always calls me that. And so I don't know. I'll have to try to figure something out with that. I got to get my IT geeks at work and see if they can do something for me.
We need to get more followers for you. We need to, get that social media going so
Yeah.
that you can, pass.
Yeah,
him.
so the analytics or whatever it is,
algorithm.
algorithm, you show up first and he shows up second.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get with my manager, my wife Norma Salazar, and tell her, hey, you better get on the ball and start figuring that out, along with her friend Anita Rudell.
Well, want to send a shout out to your wife, especially. She logs in
Yes.
and she's a big supporter of our station.
Yes.
So we much love going out to your wife, and thank you for everything that
Oh,
she does
thank
for
you.
the Tejano music. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So
These two are crazy. They're in the back porch over there having a cocktail and listening in, looking also as well, and looking and doing.
awesome. Big shout out to them. So for those in Dallas or for those that may not have heard, which I think by now everyone's probably heard about Mr. George Salazar. Not sure if y'all knew he was out of Michigan, a Tejano artist from Michigan. But also he was nominated for the 44th Tejano Awards Best New Male Artist. He was nominated, one of the nominees.
That's awesome, man. That's really, really great. You know, for an artist, you know, and this is what I always say, for an artist that's not in the hub, the Mecca, San Antonio, and you get recognition outside of that, that's major, I feel.
Yeah, that was an experience of a lifetime, because a true brother friend, Sevi Contreras from Texas Latino,
yes.
told me, George, whatever you do, you need to be here. You're nominated for top 5 best new male artists, you know. And I was like, I was in disbelief at first. I didn't even know. You know, I was just like, I had Los Estrellas de Oro. Junior Contreras calls me up right away, and he goes, hey, brother, did you know? And I go, what? I don't know, because I work, and I come home, and it's all about my grandsons, my wife, and my daughters, so I didn't know anything. And he goes, dude, you made the top 5. And I go, the top 5 for what? And he goes, the TTMAs in San Antonio. And I go, no. And he goes, yeah. So I hung up and I called my producer, Eddie Bettis, right away. And I says, hey, Eddie, what is this all about? And he goes, yeah, dude, you made it. You're in. And I go, what? I'm like, whoa, okay.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
We were stunned. We had just finished doing something, coming back from something. And usually we allocate money towards, you know, like going to Vegas or going to Milwaukee Fest or saving up money to go to Fan Fair. You know, we were just like, out of the blues, this came out, and Sevi goes, man, I don't care how you do it, but you better be here. I go, what? I go, all right. So Janie Canales, you know, Mama, she just opened up her house and said, come on, you're staying with us, and we're going.
That's awesome.
And I was just like, wow.
That is so awesome.
You know, and then Jay Bettis, I really loved what he told me. He goes, hey, Papa, it doesn't matter. You're here. You already won. Whether you win or lose, you're here. And I go, wow. I go, well, thank you. And that's my icon right there.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like my idol. Shit.
Yeah. You know, that's awesome. You know, I have the question, and someone told me, but I want to hear it from you. Okay, so you live in Michigan. How did you start doing Tejano music in Michigan? Do you have any Texas roots or?
Actually, funny thing you say that. Grew up in Woodlake, California to the age of 7. And then moved to Edinburgh, Texas. I'm from Edinburgh. I graduated 1985, Edinburgh Bobcats, you know, Bobby Pulido, Roberto Pulido, Frontera, all these other bands that are coming from RGV, you know, the 956. I am from the 956.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife is the one who threw the hook out there, you know, grabbed me by my cachete and said, hey, you're coming to Holland, Michigan, and this is where we're going to live. And I was like, okay, yeah. So here I am over here, but she's the one that actually introduced Tejano music to me and educated me on that. And the band, Carisma Band, actually educated me also as well in a lot of songs that I didn't even know. May he rest in peace, Willie Guillermo Martinez. He was the accordion player for Carisma Band, and they re-released Carisma Band featuring George Salazar on that album. So there is more music, but it's a different style of music. It's more, some of it is conjunto, and some of it is like pretty like a novela kind of song. Okay. So Volver a Amar is one of my wife's favorite songs off that album. But sorry to go all in a bunny trail and try to give you a little bit of history in regards to how I got into Tejano music. But when they took Selena away, you know, it's a funny story. I just wanted I said to myself, man, they took something so beautiful and so pure, Tejano. I thought to myself, hey, you know what? I sing. I grew up with singing English music. Believe it or not, my first band in Edinburgh, Texas that I joined was a Christian band. So didn't know any much about Tejano music. My mom would wake me up every Saturday morning with Juan Gabriel and Rocío Durcal and Luis Miguel and Vicente Fernandez and the radio, and hey, get up, levántate a limpiar la casa.
Right.
So
growing up then in Edinburgh, you didn't do. I mean, did you listen to Tejano music? I mean, Tejano music was no Tejano music.
No, nothing at all.
You're listening more international.
It's really weird because growing up, the only time I ever heard Spanish was my mom when she would play it on the radio, and I would run. I would go with my friends, or I would take off and let my mom do her thing, in the house. But I grew up, just singing Meister singers in Edinburgh, 7th in the state of Texas, and it was all like. To be honest with you, I had to learn German songs, French songs, Italian songs, some Spanish in choir. So there was a lot of theory. There was a lot of reading notes and stuff, and just sight reading, and just a bunch of, I was just into school. I mean, that's
right. Okay.
The majority of the language being spoken in Edinburgh was all 90%, 10%, from my grandma, my mom, and, my dad, cuando me gritan. So it wasn't me being brought up with that kind of music. Like my wife was brought up with that music, más romance,
yes.
movido. I mean, all these old bands that I didn't even know about, and it was just like she was the one educating me.
So y'all
she
left?
was the one actually. She still does.
No, y'all left the Rio Grande Valley when, and what year you said?
I left for the summer of 1985.
Okay.
I came up to Holland, Michigan to work a summer and then save money to go back to college. So when I went back to Edinburgh, I went to Pan American University, and I went to college for a year, and then found myself back over here in '87, and then never left.
Okay, so actually you were right. Tejano music really blew up like in 1990, late 80s. Really blew up. Yeah. So you were kind of like in the premature stages of it really blowing up. Yeah, but
most definite.
So there was a lot of like great bands that you just mentioned that were out of the Rio Grande Valley back in the 80s, right before the major explosion in the 90s.
You know what was so funny, Ramon? It was so funny because while I was in band, the Carisma band, we would always practice Tuesdays and Thursdays. And one Thursday I came in and I go, "Hey guys, I heard this one song and I really enjoyed it. I really like it, and we need to learn it." And they're like, "What? From who?" And they're like, I go, "Some Ramon Ayala." Wow, I was amazed. And they're looking at me like they wanted to slap me. They're like, "What? Were you born under a rock or what? What the hell is wrong with you?" I was like, "No, I just heard it. I love it. It's a mix." And and Willie was looking at me like, "George, he's got a lot of albums." And for me, and that's one thing for people that just started listening in on this kind of music, because when Chiquita was released, it went all the way to Japan. It went viral, and I co-wrote that song for my wife. But it was a thought, it was a memory, we all shared, the whole band shared the writing of the song. But just knowing that when people listen, like me listening to Ramon Ayala for the first time, when somebody listens to music for the first time, they don't know who they are, and then they get stuck. Like I heard Coloncho in Milwaukee, thanks to Anita. She was like, "Hey, listen to this. This is different." And I was just like, yeah. We sat down. OMG. We became a fan of Coloncho. And he's coming to Chicago, Illinois. So we're definitely going.
Wow. So you end up in Michigan, and you end up with Carisma. Is that the first band that you actually started singing in?
Actually, I'm glad you asked me that question, but no, it was Sierra Band. Sierra Band consisted of two grown men that had kids that are amazing musicians. Mr. Ortiz, may he rest in peace, and Mr. Martinez, who is still alive, and he's still kicking, and I always see him around. But Mr. Martinez was the manager of a Sierra band, and long story short, I worked at H.J. Heinz, and Mr. Ortiz and Mr. Martinez worked there, and they were like, "We need a singer for a band and this that." And I was like, "Hey, I can sing." And they're like, "No, go over there, we're okay." And I was like, "No, I'm serious." And they're like, "No, go play, go do something." And so for 2 weeks, I think it was a week, I kept hearing them talking on break room, and I says, "Listen, guys, I can sing. And they're like, No. So finally, I got my first gig, singing for quinceañera. I sang for Veronica Castorena's quinceañera, and Mr. Martinez was there, and he's like, his jaw just dropped. He goes, "Dude, you can sing. What the hell? How come you didn't?" I've been trying to tell you.
You've been listening.
So, yeah, Grupo Sierra, and that didn't last long. It was fun. My first gig was at the Big House, University of Michigan, the Wolverines.
Oh, wow.
So I was excited about that one. And it was all about, hey, do cover songs of Bobby Polido and a lot of different songs. They had their own little, set. I had to learn it. So talk about having to learn so many songs, Ramon. I mean, wow, it was crazy.
So then the Sierra was a Tejano band in Michigan.
Yes, and they had two females, not Monica, but Erica and Mari. Mari and Erica, and Mari sang wow, and Erica doing the backup. Literally, it just like, wow, they were awesome.
That is
literally.
That is pretty cool. So that would have been like at the late '80s, maybe early '90s.
No, this was during, I think it was 97, 98,
okay.
Around there. Selena was taken from us, in 93, 94? Around there?
95.
I don't know.
95.
Or 95, ¿verdad?
95.
Okay, so after 95, that's when I started finding an interest in my roots in the Tejano industry. When I first heard Jay Perez, I was just like, oh no, I was singing all his songs.
Yes.
He was the guy that I would put on so I could practice all his songs, and it was history from there,
That's awesome. So basically, you were in Michigan and you weren't singing for maybe close to 10 years. It sounds like you got there
Correct.
87 until 97, 95.
Yeah, I wasn't, because I was working like a dog at H.J. Heinz.
There you go.
Jeez, we were working like 90 hours a week.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the time when H.J. Heinz was like, had the semis, the trucks. You had to power the water and break that little the section where all the pickles would come down into the vats, and I had a crew, and we had to lime all the wooden tanks outside, and I would have to make the brine, and I'd be there from 2 p.m. and then get out the following day about 9 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, it was quite the job. But I was like, 18, 19 years old making all this. I didn't even know what to do with it.
Yeah, no, that's you had the energy.
Yeah, yep. Back in the day. Now, nombre cállate, I'm sitting in my office. I had to leave today because I didn't feel good, and I was just like, I left at noon, and I'm like the senior customer service guy at Colink Logistics here in Holland, and we just produce. We don't produce anything. We just store all the cold stuff, and we ship it out and stuff to Sam's and to Walmart's, and build the orders and just ship them out.
Okay, awesome. So 95-ish, around 95, you started singing. So when did you actually go from Sierra to Carisma? And then when did you actually do your actual first recording? And how was that feeling of actually getting your voice recorded on, I guess would have been an album back then?
That feeling was scary because Carisma Band was right after Sierra,
Right.
and then And then I was with Carisma Band for maybe 7-8 years, I want to say. I'm not sure how long. When Willie Guillermo Martinez passed away, I think it was back in 2021 or 22. I'm not sure. That's when I said to myself, you know what, I want to pursue a solo career. But I had just finished recording with Carisma Band, and then I left to pursue a solo career. So it was just something I wanted to do. I mean, I thought to myself, okay, I recorded an album with a band. Now I want to record a solo album of my own and just do my own thing. I didn't want to be, hey, sing this way, do it this way, which I didn't mind getting coached and being told how to do the songs the way they wanted. But when I did my own and just became independent and just did a solo album, and now I actually got another second solo album, but we can talk about that later. But Carisma Band was more so, the first recording. And when I was done there, Danny Aldaco from Lansing, he picked me up and said, hey, let's do Amor Joven, let's do Prefiero Amor, let's do a Christmas song. He said, hey, let's do Miss You Most at Christmas Time. And Miss You Most at Christmas Time, if you've never heard it, just Google that. Go George Salazar, Miss You Most at Christmas Time. That's a bilingual song from Mariah Carey. When Danny told me, hey, yo, you're doing Mariah Carey's Miss You Most at Christmas Time. I said, what? That's a girl song. I can't do that. He goes, no, you're going to do it. I was like, okay, so, and you know what? It turned out awesome because my grandson, he's 5 years old. That's his favorite song. He loves listening to that song. So awesome. Hey, Papa, can you put Ho Ho song on?
There you go. That is so awesome.
So yeah, check it out, man. I mean, there's quite a bit of different songs off that Carisma Band featuring George Salazar. That really hasn't blown out there. I don't think that no one really is pushing that album out. I don't have anybody like Leona Promotions, Laura Sainz. She did a phenomenal job at, Llegaste a mi vida. She pushed that out. She did phenomenal. Laura Sainz, if you're tuned in and you're listening, love you, Mama. You did an amazing job. And she does a lot for other artists. And she's very humble and she's very down to earth and she's cool. Very cool. My cousin Myra D, she's got it. She's got it going on with the second album. She's pushing it out there also as well. So I couldn't have asked for better producers, people that push songs out and that put them out there to everybody to listen to.
Absolutely. That Llegaste a mi vida, that's a really smooth cumbia. I love your voice. Your voice and the style of music that you bring, to the Tejano music industry. It's very nice. I mean, you got a very good, strong, powerful voice, and it's smooth, and that's what I like. And all your songs, that we play, they're danceable.
Yes.
And that's the key thing.
You.
That's the key thing. A lot of people, you win them over if you can get them out there on the dance floor.
You know what? I believe there was some individual told me that every time he plays my music, that the floor stays really packed.
I told you that. I may have told you that in conversation. I played at clubs here in Dallas every now and then, and I
oh my God, Ramon! See how bad I am.
I mentioned that to you. You
were the one telling me that.
Because in Dallas, of course, whenever you
I
DJ,
should shoot myself in the head.
Oh no, because you've interviewed with several people.
Yes,
I'm sure.
So when you DJ at a place, right? Of course, you play the J. Perez, the Grupo Más, the Jimmy Gonzalez, because that kind of keeps the dance floor packed.
Oh yeah.
But there was one time that I was DJing at a club. And I said, I'm going to start out with George Salazar. Que Dolor. I'm just going to start. I came off of a cumbia and I hit that song, and just to see what it was going to do, because I've never played it live in a club, and man, it packed the dance floor. It packed the dance floor, and I was like, yes. And normally I mix out of the song pretty quickly just to kind of keep the momentum, but I think I rolled that song almost to the end and then started, went into some J or something. But
what a blessing.
That's an awesome song. That one and Tu Mi Amor is also a good dance song for you know.
You know, Llegaste a mi vida, that album, I dedicated it to my wife because the songs that I chose from Jesse Villarreal, because Jesse Villarreal is a songwriter and he sold me 12 songs. And out of those 12 songs, I created 2 albums off those 12 songs. So, imagínate el dinero, nombre cállate, hijo de su, I don't even know. I had to probably work double times, you know. But I want to throw a big, huge shout out to Marcos Gomez, you know, because he was a huge supporter for the first album, Llegaste a mi vida. And I just want to throw a huge shout out to him, mucho amor to him and his family, because no one is going to put up money and help a person out unless they believe in that individual and go out and do it. So always, to the day I die, I'm going to give him credit for the first album. Always.
So the albums that you've recorded, or these songs that you've recorded, are you recording them in Michigan? Or are you coming down to Texas? Or are you going? Where are you actually doing the recordings?
Actually, the 2 albums that I recorded at Gilbert Velasquez studio with Eddie Perez. So I've had to travel twice in October. We always scheduled it, me and my wife, and I get a hold of Eddie Perez and I tell him, hey, let's go into the studio and what time and this and that. And so he tells me the details on what time and what we've got, what time that we have. So the first time Llegaste a mi vida, I woke up, got there, he said, hey, go to Starbucks, get yourself a Powerball, drink that down, and get over here. So I had 10 songs, 8 songs off the first album that I had to go in, record, and get out. Well, shoot, I did those in 4 hours. He looked at me and goes, I've never, ever had anybody come in here and do what you just did. And I go, nombre, cállate. I had to hurry up and get my stuff done, porque si no, nombre, cállate.
The time is taken.
So I went in there and I said, it's all business, buddy. We got to do this.
So as far as so you're coming from Michigan, are you, I'm assuming these are studio musicians that are actually recording the track. Are there any notable names that we?
Chente Barrera,
okay.
Eddie Perez Jr., his son, amazing. That kid, wow, he's gonna tear up the world, and he's so young and in college right now.
Wow.
So think about that. Gilbert Velasquez, I had to have him on there. I had to have his little bit of spice, you know, to the song. Other musicians that Eddie hired, Eddie himself, he played on the first album also as well. So please forgive me if I don't remember the names of the musicians that are on the first album. They're on the cover in the back, and you know, shame on me for not having it in front of me so I could you know, name them all off. But I also had Mario Ortiz Jr. On the first album, who's an amazing young man.
Oh, yes.
Who's wow. I also had Rolando Rivera on one of the songs. He's over here in Ohio, and he has his own band, Motivo. They're doing great things. So Rolando Rivera, you know, shout out to him for producing Tu Amor, or not Tu Mi Amor, but it's the one that starts off, you know, slow and then picks up.
Okay.
So.
Okay. You know, that, you know, from what I hear in the conversation, you're a big Jay Pettis fan.
Oh, God, yes.
And, you know, Mario Ortiz Jr. is the Jay Pettis connection there. You know that, right?
Oh, yes. When I was in Vegas 2 years ago, he gave me my shot to get on stage. And I got up there and I sang one of Jay Pettis' songs, and man, I was floating.
Yeah. He was his...
you know, in Vegas.
Right.
And then the next year I sang again, and he said, hey, come on up. And he gave me my shot again in Vegas the following year, you know, so kudos to him and shout out to him. And Eddie Perez had a little something to do with that because he knows Mario Ortiz very well. So I'm pretty sure Eddie gave him a little like, hey, I've got an artist, put him up there.
Yeah, he's very talented keyboard player.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Of course, I think he was Jay Pettis. Well, I know he was Jay Pettis' music director for a very, very long time.
Yes.
So
yes.
yeah, that's that connection right there. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That should, that's pretty cool. Yeah. So currently, what are you working on? Or you got
Actually, yeah, I'm working on my second album, Ramon Nombre Cate. I'm still trying to get a photographer, so that's the only thing that's holding up the second album. Me. Because the music's all done, and I'm over here like procrastinating, and Eddie's like, do you got the pictures yet? You got the pictures yet? And I'm like, oh, not yet, coming off of, I don't want to put a negative into a positive, but coming off, I just recently, had a mild stroke back in March. I was supposed to be in Fanfare, and something happened to me on the 7th of March that I would never wish on my worst enemy, and ended up in the hospital and didn't come out 3 days later. So, now I look back and I say, man, I don't have a filter. I live in the now. I don't care about the then anymore. I'm just like, you know what I got to do now? Because what if Diosito, we're not promised the next day,
Exactly.
So that really hit me hard. So I just figured, you know what? Turn it around, turn a negative into a positive, and I just live positive and smile and laugh and joke with people at work and try and be as positive as can be, But no, I'm working on the second album, and I shame on me. It would have been out a while back, but I need to get those pictures. I need to get those pictures to them, and boy, you guys are gonna love this second album. I've got a surprise for you guys. I did a collaboration with Chente Barrera.
Okay.
And we remade a Juan Gabriel song. Oh, you guys are gonna just totally like it. Cause my mom brought me up with a Juan Gabriel and Rocío Durcal and Vicente Fernandez and all these crazy they're not crazy. My apologies to that, but they're good. They're very good. But the second album also, I did a spin. I did a country, but I wanted to grab 3 country songs and do like a potpourri, but I grabbed 2 of them. So I hope you guys like country. And it does have that Christmas, song, Mary Did You Know, that's already released during Christmas time.
Oh, nice.
So
I got a variety in there.
That is awesome. So how many songs are getting ready to be released?
There's going to be 10 songs on this album.
Full album.
Yeah, wow. And those 10 songs, when I got to the studio, let me tell you, I went there and I knocked them out in 5 hours. He was like, wow.
That's awesome.
I felt like a robot. Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next?
Okay. I'm done.
So
move on to the next one.
Let's get her done.
So let me ask you this. You mentioned country. So besides Tejano, if we had to say, what is your next go-to? Is it country? Is it top 40? Is it rock? International? What would be your next go-to?
Wow. I've never been asked that question. Damn it, Ramon.
There you go. Hey, we got those hard questions here on Tremendo Thursday. Well, go ahead.
You know what? I want to say country. I really enjoyed country, but I like R&B too, and I really like gospel music. So I don't know. I'd have to flex myself and try and figure out, what venue I could take after Tejano. But I really do like country because one of my favorites is George Strait and Randy Travis.
Oh, yeah?
Back in the day, I grew up just listening to them and to Dwight Yoakam and just listening to so many different country singers back in the day. I can't even remember them all. But growing up in Texas, and in Edinburgh, it's a lot of, country music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And but I honestly grew up with a lot of soft rock, like Journey, Foreigner, listening to some, Michael Jackson, George Michael. George Michael, hands down, is one of my favorite because his vocals are like no other. You know what they say about artists, everybody has their own niche to their vocal, and no one's going to be able to mimic them.
Right. That's one of the things I can say about your voice. I think when I hear your music, I know it's you.
Right.
You know, there's some songs that, you know, because we get a lot of music on our station, and you know, some of the artists are different bands, but the vocals sound very similar. So some of the artists don't have, like you said, their own little niche. Like when they start singing, you know it's them. And your voice is got that. You know, your voice. Luis A.G. That's coming out really strong. He has his own voice. We're a big fan of Jay-Z out of 956 from McAllen. He's got his own. Once you hear his voice, it's kind of like David Mares. You hear David Mares, you know that's David Mares. You know. So I believe what you just said about George Michael, you have as well. You have your own, you know, or we hear your song,
and we know it's
George Salazar. Hey, that's George Salazar.
You know, that's really cool because, you know, Sevi Contreras once told me, he goes, George, you need to find who George is.
Right.
You need to find your own voice. You know, less is more when you're doing when you're recording and when you're singing, you know. And I'm like, well, okay, you know, so I took it upon myself to start learning what type of songs I want to, you know, put out there in the world and put out there for everyone, DJs and people that become fans and that just following, and, you know, so it took me a while before I could even find anything of myself. And then finally I just said, you know, when I recorded the first album, I said, this is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. And I just said, put conviction in every word and try to sing the song to the people,
right?
And have them understand it, have them feel the song, have them feel the story behind the song. Because some people can be like blah 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 blah, very like, you know, like robots, or
right.
like not even have no feeling into it. And for me, it's like, you know that song, Mary, did you know? It took me 3 takes because I was getting too choked up when I was singing that song.
It's a beautiful
So I
song.
was like, oh, man.
Beautiful song, yes.
Yeah.
That's
Que
awesome.
dolor too.
Yeah, no, que dolor is like I said, that's well, that is my favorite song that you have of many.
Thank you.
You know, you have several songs that I love your voice. I love the music. It's all produced. It's produced perfectly, you know, and now I know why it's that good, because you went and did your recording over at Gibby's studio, and I know they're not going to let nothing leave that studio not sounding good.
No, and Eddie's got a new studio, so I can't wait to get a hold of that one.
Yeah. That is so awesome. So, besides singing, do you play any instruments?
I dabble on the keyboard just for notes and stuff like that. I play by ear, so I don't play by notes. I didn't quite take theory in high school very serious, but if I had to go back and relearn it, it would just come back like falling off a bike and getting right back on it and just going. But no. No.
Just
no,
keyboard. Piano.
My vocal, I guess everybody, like Willie once told me, your voice is an intrinsic part of the band. You are the singer.
You are the instrument, the main instrument.
Yeah. Your vocals are the instrument. So years back, I lost my voice, and I prayed to God. I said, God, it was gone. I couldn't sing to save my life. My wife looked at me. She was like, what happened? I go, I don't know. I just lost it. She was like shaking her leg and like looking at me like, are you for real? You know, it's scared. And then through prayer, it came back, and you know, that was it. But my voice is my instrument. I don't really play any instruments. I wish I could play the guitar. Dude, I could just go off on my own. I don't need a band. A guitar and me, I'm good.
Is there any plans for maybe Christian Tejano songs? Because we've heard several artists now come out with some.
Yeah, there's a lot of Tejano artists right now that are bringing the Christian Tejano.
You know what? I was supposed to sing at a wedding, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but they introduced me to Jerry Rodriguez, and Chente Barrera starred in there and sang a song, Poderoso Querer. Oh man, I fell in love with that song. So Christian Tejano, when I first heard it, I was like, dude, I never heard Tejano like this, you know, and it was really amazing. I wouldn't, you know what, I wouldn't say no to recording something like that, or to even venture into singing, you know, some of the Christian songs that are out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs. I mean, they don't sound Christian. They sound Tejano, but you know, the words, you know, every song that's written has some kind of meaning behind it. Either you're in love, you're breaking up, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
or tomando.
Yeah, you're
mil
tomando.
botellas.
Exactly. There's some kind of meaning, and
Que
whenever
dolor. I'm just kidding.
yeah, no, absolutely. Every song, every songwriter, every song has some kind of meaning in the lyrics, and some of these Christian songs. I mean, of course, the message is there, and it's Tejano, and it sounds so good. You know, one of my favorite songs, you mentioned Jerry Rodriguez. He did one with Mark Ledesma.
Yep, I heard it.
Mi pensamiento eres tú.
Yep.
That song right there, we play that like if it was just a regular Tejano song all the time, because it is just so good. So yeah, you mentioned Jerry Rodriguez. He's the person that you know has been getting a lot of the Tejano artists to do Christian songs.
Yeah, and look at a couple of I don't know if it was a couple of years back, but one of my songs off the first album was nominated for the Tejano Mundial Awards, and it was up against Monique and Jerry from Los Palominos, that he went from Los Palominos to Christian Tejano music. So
yes, he did. Yes.
I was up there with them and nominated, and of course I didn't get it, but it's okay, you know. At least I was, you know,
yes,
they nominated
your name is in
my
the
song
mention.
Tour of Heaven. So
yes, that is so awesome. Zumba, you got any more questions?
Well, I'd like to know, because he mentioned Vegas. So will you be in Vegas this year?
No.
Not this year.
No, I cannot be in Vegas this year. I'm trying to send my wife and Anita Rudell over there. I'm trying to send them both over there so they can, you know, represent me, you know, and meet and greet. And my wife knows everybody. So it's just like, okay, hello, go and do your thing. I don't want to, and like I told her, I don't want to be the dead weight. If I can't be there, you go, you represent, you, they all follow you. They all talk to you. You are my manager. You're the one that's supposed to be promoting and taking and doing. You know, under my medical conditions, you know, I can't, you know, right now it's too early for me. Next year, con el favor de Dios, maybe, you know, but we're planning on fanfare next year. Hopefully we're crossing our fingers. So, but no, I'm trying to convince her, because she's like, oh, if you don't go, I can't go. And I'm like, hombre, you can go. I go, and I don't want to hear that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas porque te cacheteo.
There you go.
So how long have y'all been married?
21 years.
Oh, awesome.
Yesterday,
Congratulations.
we had our anniversary.
Oh,
it was 21
awesome.
years.
Congratulations.
And yes, everyone, I got her happy meal.
There you go.
Happy anniversary.
You know,
with the apple pie.
I wanted to take her to Olive Garden, but she was like, no, I want pizza. And I go, okay, get your pizza and we'll be fine.
Well, congratulations.
Yes, absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So I'm curious to know, because she's such a big Tejano fan and supporter, and you mentioned that she got you, you know, into Tejano. Does she sing?
Well, I'll have her answer that question. There you go.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Norma.
No.
Hello, Norma.
Hello. No, I don't sing. I sing in the car, like George would hear me and Anita. Only people that know
sings.
Only people that are close to me will hear me sing, like Danny Garcia.
Her brother from another mother.
Yes. Yes. So no, basically I don't. I try to not do that because I'm not a pro at that and I don't have that talented voice.
She's lying.
my husband is the one that has that voice, and literally, I mean, when he doesn't know that anybody's paying attention, nobody has, okay, I haven't had a producer, I'm just going to be honest, I haven't had a producer pull out the stuff that I have heard from him. Not yet. That's why I keep on emphasizing for him to bring out his vocals, because that's what I would like to hear. I don't know if anybody would like to hear those kind of vocals, but George knows how to do like Luis Miguel. He knows how to do jazz favela. He knows how to do Christian music. I mean, literally, the vocals are crazy. He knows how to do those kind of things, but just I haven't found that.
Right.
Or if anybody knows, if they want a writer that knows he wants to sell his stuff, I'll take that too. I'm interested in getting.
You got Humberto.
Yep, that too. So literally, I try to put myself out there for him, because I mean, this is a team. Me and him are a team, and what I want to do is make him happy, because music does make him happy.
You're hired.
There you go. I wonder if we can.
And if I can't sell his music, well, then I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean?
That's why she has to go to Vegas.
There you go. Gotta represent.
I don't know if I should go to Vegas. I mean.
Yeah, go ahead. It's just money.
Oh, it's just please. But yeah, no, I don't sing. I let him do the thing.
She does. She's lying. She does sing. I'm gonna get her on an album one of these years.
There you go.
No, but I am doing is training my kids.
Our grandkids.
Our grandkids. My kids, there's a couple of them that know how to sing, but they don't want to sing.
Right.
And they got vocals. I don't know. They didn't get it from me. They got them from their dad. But my grandkids I'm starting to teach them.
Okay.
To learn how to sing, so that one day maybe I could see this, grandfather, grandson singing to each other.
So they can carry it on. Yes, carry on the legacy.
And I don't want my kids to not, being brought up in Michigan, and it's a different kind of atmosphere. Mm-hmm. We don't get that luxury like back home, that we have Mexican music playing at the stores and Mexican food, Mexican music playing at the restaurants, or you turn on the radio and you have a Mexican station there. No, we don't have that.
Right.
We only get it on
everywhere.
We only get it on Sundays.
Right.
So, and that's even
for an hour.
Oh, it's only for 4 hours, maybe, I think. So basically, that's what we get here if we don't plug over there with you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how much we try to bring it here, and that's one thing. It's hard to work here to get the music out, because you're competing with a lot of people that are from different areas, Detroit and Chicago. They're hubs of norteño, banda, all those kinds. So they're gonna try to beat out the Tejano music, but we still keep on pushing for it, because you got a lot of migrants that migrate in, they're Tejanos.
Yep.
So that's why we do what we do over here.
Yeah, shout out to Illinois Tejano Organization. June 27th and 28th, we'll be over there. We're seeing some band.
Yeah, we're going to see Sonido, which is coming from the Valley. And so we're pretty excited. We just had La Dez down here in Juliet.
Oh, that's right.
So we still have to, and you know what? I'm going to tell to your listeners, I'm going to tell you something. For us we live in Holland. We have to travel 2 hours just to go see a Texas band.
Oh, wow.
Support your bands. And we pay not just to go look at the band. That's $45. It could cost us $25. It costs $30.
40.
What is it?
$35.
$35 a ticket, a person,
Right.
per person. then you have to pay the gas to get there. That's another.
Hotel.
And the hotel.
Right.
And the food that you pay for. So we're spending over $300 just to go to Chicago.
To see a band at a night. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be mean or anything, people, but I'm just trying to be real with you. Support these bands.
Right.
So maybe we'll see them over here. Because if you guys don't support them, they don't come anywhere else but you guys.
Right, right.
And we keep that huddled right there in Texas. Man, we get excited. And Zebby's come down here. He's come to Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
No, Saginaw. Saginaw. And a little building, the vault. It's not a big place.
But it
was packed.
Wow.
That's these were all dancing.
You know, and I'm telling you, he gets happy when he comes down here, but you know, it is a travel for them too.
Right, right.
You know, they can make easy money over there because it's easier. They're popular over there.
Hey, Ramon, you should have had a picture of me and my wife because you were telling me that you were on Facebook, but now here you go.
But like I said, people support your bands over there. And my husband's saying, cut it.
They did the picture already, damn it.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
And I agree because it's like whenever we do have the opportunity to go see them, you know, the artists, one of the ways that they make their money as well is their merchandise. So I know, like Ramon and I, whenever we go, we're like, okay, what can we buy from them? Because we want to support,
right,
you know, our Tejano artists.
And it's also important to go to the venue because it's either a promoter that's bringing the band, and most of the time the band is not going over there to see what they're going to get at the door. They know how much they're going to get if they're traveling that far. So the promoter needs to make to break even, and the only way he's going to do that is if people go. So yes,
Right.
it's very important, especially, you know, when you're outside of, say, Texas, and these bands do travel outside of Texas. Yeah, show them love because that's how they'll keep coming back. Because I guarantee if they show up to an empty dance hall, they're not going to be back. Because someone's going to lose money there, and that's just the way it is. You know, that's just and we see that here in Dallas as well. You know, we're in Texas, we're 250 miles away from the Tejano capital of the world, but you know, same thing. If an artist comes from San Antonio to here and they don't pack the house, the promoter's not going to get them back. Right. And it's just that's true. That's just reality in the music industry. So it's very important for all the Tejano lovers to support these artists when they do come to town. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's very important, and also what's very important as the artist or the band, they better have their stuff and their ducks in a row and not come and be like, not knowing what the hell they're gonna play, because the people come and they pay good money, and if you're not performing up to par, people are just gonna drop like flies. Yep. And the promoters are gonna be like, what in the world did we hire? So I think that it's really important to have a good product, good album, and a couple of cover songs, because everybody's gonna have some cover songs. Right. But know what type of cover songs you're going to throw into your set, so you can have the group and everybody just get on the dance floor. As soon as you start hearing a song, within 60 seconds, whether you're going to get up or not. Right. And women, I'm pretty sure you guys know this, but when you start hearing a song, you start wiggling, you're like, oh, I'm out. I'm going to go to the dance floor. Yep. That's my wife. She's a dancer.
There you go. I'm the dancer, Danny.
There you go. That's so awesome.
I know it's Ramon, but I'm answering Danny's question.
On the chat.
Danny's on the chat.
Oh my God.
She's multitasking.
My wife, I tell you.
She's doing the manager role. Any more questions, Zumba?
So what y'all think about, I'd like to know, when you do an event, what are, aside from Tejano, what are some of your go-to songs? Like, you want to kind of, do a diverse set. So what songs do you sing?
So yeah.
What can we expect
I do a little bit of Little Joe. If you're talking about when I would do a set with Carisma Band, when I was with the band, oh man, we were all over the map. We would do Little Joe, we'd do Jay Perez, we'd do to be honest with you, we would do like Emilio Navaira songs. We would do like Los Desperados songs, Tennessee Whiskey. Just a lot of different songs. I mean, norteño songs also as well. The one song that I really enjoy, and it's my son's favorite, is La Chona.
Oh,
from
there you
Los
go.
Tigres. I love that song. I mean, it was just like as soon as we would start that damn song, people would just run to the dance floor and they'd start hopping up and down and just dancing to La Chona.
There you go.
Ask him what Norma's favorite song is.
What is Norma's favorite song, George?
Oh, Ram Herrera, Tú eres la reina de mi amor, because I sang it to her at our wedding.
Sing me peace.
She wants me to sing for you guys.
Hey, you know.
Oh, well, yes.
Let me lower
You
this
guys don't want
background
that.
music.
You guys don't want to hear that.
Yes, we do.
But we don't want to put you on the spot, but since your wife did.
Her and Anita. I'll do a little bit, okay? But these crazies over here, I don't know what made them come inside the house. No. I'll just do it a cappella real quick. Tú eres la reina de mi amor. Tú eres la reina de mi vida. Y sabes que te quiero todavía, aunque me hagas llorar. Hombres no deben de llorar, pero te vengo llorando. Tú eres la reina de mi amor, reina de mi amor.
Oh, yes. Man, I love that vibrato in your voice.
Awesome.
That is so awesome. That is so
Thanks.
awesome. That is awesome. Awesome. Well, George,
That was a treat for me.
that is awesome. Yes. Going out to Norma Salazar from Mr. George Salazar. Tú eres la reina de mi amor. There you go.
You crazy guy.
Wait. And that's for you guys as well. But people
appreciate
think that because George lives with me, that he sings to me every day. That don't happen.
Uh-oh.
No, I have to pull it. Sometimes I have to pinch him, but I literally have to pinch him. But thank you guys. I love that song.
That is so awesome. We're gonna do a couple more things, and then we'll get off because I know it's probably. Is it early? What time is it in Michigan right now?
It's 10 o'clock.
We it's probably getting late over there. It's 9 o'clock here. So
Okay.
real quickly, if let's play a real quick game. I do this with every artist that I interview, if it's okay with you.
Okay.
Okay,
Go
real
ahead.
quick game. It's called Pick One. Pick one. All right.
Okay.
Get to know George a little bit more. Pick one. Winter or cold?
Winter.
I know that one. You know.
Winter or cold?
No, I'm sorry. Winter or summer?
I'm like,
I said the same thing. Yes,
I
yes.
know.
Winter or summer, but I know you're winter because you mentioned that.
He had
You
already
mentioned that
mentioned
already.
it,
Yeah. So and I'm surprised because California, and then the Rio Grande Valley,
956,
and then Michigan is a little bit colder. I'm very tropical. I'm 100-degree. Even though we have 100-degree weather, and we probably try to stay away from it here as much as possible in Dallas, but I'm still summer all the way. Winter, I just can't. Sometimes it's just too rough.
Oh
on me.
no, you're
Yeah.
winter for me. My wife, as soon as summer hits and it's like 80, 90, she'll go outside in the backyard and sit down, and I come from work and she's like, "Hey, come and sit out." Nope.
Go
I
inside.
close the door, I go back into my central air.
There you go. All right, here goes another one. Football or baseball?
Football.
All right. You got a favorite team?
Dallas Cowboys.
There you go. There you go. All right.
I mean, win, lose, or whatever, the drama with the Cowboys, in my 20s, I would break remotes, break the handles to the toilet sink or whatever. I would throw myself on the floor. I would act like an immature kid. I would cry. I would get so mad at the Cowboys. I don't know how many TVs I went through. So I was that type of individual that, oh my God, I hated losing. I hated my Cowboys losing. But I'm still a Cowboy fan at heart. Now, I'm just like, okay, if they lose, they lose. Yeah, se acabó.
But every year, we say next year is the year. Every year, next year's the year. Next year's the year.
I'm not sold. I'm not sold yet with it. They still got to work with whatever they're working with.
That's absolutely. They got it. We hear a lot about the Cowboys because being in Dallas. So yes, they still got a lot to work on. The first thing would be a new owner.
Oh, a lot of people say that he needs to stop trying to manage it and just step aside.
Absolutely. All right, this one's good one. Tamales or tacos?
Oh man.
Gotta have one. Tamales or tacos?
Tamales from Delia's.
Oh, Delia's.
My wife says tamales from Delia's. Yes. I have to say tacos. I really honestly like a nice homemade flour tortilla with refried beans with some cheese and some steak, carne asada or some fajitas. And you can't compare that to a tamal.
There you go. Yeah, but Delia's tamales are very good too as well. Every time we go to South Texas, Delia is the
Delia, hands down tamales for these Caucasians over here, they go crazy over tamales. They'll spend $25-$30 on a dozen.
I was getting ready to ask you how much the dozens are over there, because the further north you get,
they're more expensive.
Exactly. I mean, here in Dallas, we pay probably 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Right? And down in South Texas, at Delia's, you pay $10 a dozen. So absolutely.
Yeah.
So I was yes, 25.
So fly me some over here. Freeze them up, and you can 175 West 19th, Holland, Michigan 49423. Just remember, I said it on air.
You're gonna have a tamale showing up on next week.
I'm kidding. But no, seriously, I would totally go with tacos, and they got to be my way.
There you go. Awesome. That's so awesome. And one last thing, if you don't mind, we do this with all the artists as well. We want to get a real quick drop, and then after that, we'll do. If you got any shout outs or anything, then we'll finish the interview. So the drop basically is, hey, this is George Salazar, and you're jamming to Turn It Up Latino. We'll do that one, and then we'll do another one. Hey, this is George Salazar, and you're jamming to Tremendo Thursdays, and then hopefully I can put it in a bumper that we normally do before we start the show, or when we play one of your tracks. Okay, so I'm going to
we'll go with the first one.
Yeah, just the first one. Once again, whenever you ready, I'm gonna cut my mic off, and Zumba's gonna cut hers off, and you will be the only one that'll have the live feed. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, go. Hey, this is George Salazar, and you're tuned into Turn It Up Latino.
That is perfect. Now we can do the one for Tremendo Thursdays, and that'll be awesome.
Okay, well, how do we do that one again?
You can say the same thing, just instead of saying Turn It Up Latino, say Tremendo Thursdays.
Okay.
Okay.
Go. Hey, this is George Salazar, and you're tuned into Tremendo Thursdays.
And I'm gonna bug you for one more. Just like you said, this is George Salazar, and you're listening to DJ Ramon and Zumba Chica on Tremendo Thursdays.
Oh, ay. Okay, I'll try this.
Hey, you already said that you knock out stuff at the studio, so you're a professional.
Okay. Hey, this is George Salazar, and you're tuned in to DJ Ramon and Zumba Chica on Turn It Up Latino.
That is awesome. That'll work.
Awesome.
Yes,
Did it
man.
work?
Yeah. You're a professional.
Oh, shit. I got all three of them. Sorry.
You are a professional. George, it's been an honor talking to you and getting to know you a little bit. Before we go, do you have any last-minute shout-outs to anybody that you want to send a shout-out to? Any social media that you want to put out there so that people... can know how
I
to
just
follow
want
you.
to I just want to shout out to everybody that's tuned in to the California interview with George, to the interview in Colorado with Irma and her crew, to Chupacabra for tuning in, for Puro Pedo Talk Show also that's tuned in, Ana V. Castillo, you know, everybody, Irene Mendoza, Janie Canales, Mama, you know, you guys for having me on here, for Daniel Garcia and for Big Andy for tuning in. You know, he says he's going to be back on air here soon, and I don't know what's going on, but we miss it. You guys rock. You guys always rock. Any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, Saturday, Sunday, if you guys do 7 days out of the week, you guys have a tremendous show. You guys play the best of the best, and if somebody's not dancing, tune in to Turn It Up Latino any day out of the week, I believe. To everybody, Frankie Newman, to everyone, all the people that are out there listening in, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's late, so thank you very much. God bless. Is that okay?
What about shout-outs? You got any? I'm sorry, not shout-outs. What about social media plugs? I mean, how can they find you on Facebook?
To all the social medias, to everyone, to all the DJs, to everybody. I don't know.
No.
I don't have a list.
No, your social media accounts.
Where can they
how
find
can
you?
they find you? Can they find you on
Facebook,
Facebook?
and please don't Google George Salazar. You're gonna get that goofy guy. You're gonna have to put a song behind my name in order for me to come out. I am so sorry. I'm gonna work on that. But to everybody, I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube, Spotify, all digital platforms. So it's all out there, guys.
That is so awesome. Make sure.
Just give us a tag.
Make sure that you follow George Salazar on all your social media platforms, especially Facebook. Whenever he starts releasing music, I know your wife will be letting everyone know, which is so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And so stay tuned for that. We got, man, I am anxious. I feel like Christmas is right around the corner. We got to get some
It will be once I get that damn photo shoot.
We got to get some George Salazar new music. I'm very excited to hear the stuff that you mentioned that you've recorded. So we're tremendously excited. Hopefully you'll get that music to us, and we'll, you know, you got 110,000% support here on Turn It Up Latino with all our shows.
Yes.
Thank you very
Norma
much.
booked that photo session for him. we're excited.
And then we'll talk to some people.
will.
We'll talk to some people that we know. You know, we for the songwriters, Hawk Perez, we interviewed. He's the one that wrote a lot of songs for Emilio Navaira, for Excelencia. For he's got a tremendous track record back in the day, and maybe he's got some songs laying around that we'll talk to him, send him your way.
There you go. Hook them up. We'll do that just for you, for you guys.
That's awesome. Thank you very much, George. Thank you very much,
All right.
Norma. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and you know, we'll catch up on social media, and hopefully one day in San Antonio or one of these Tejano events, we'll meet up in person.
Are they going to go there?
And
To Las Vegas?
continued prayers for you, George Salazar, as well.
Thank you.
Are you guys going to be in Las Vegas?
You know, I wanted to, but every year that is my wife's family reunion weekend. The second weekend of July is that reunion, and this year's their 50th anniversary milestone.
you can't miss that.
Yeah, so.
Okay, where's the food at, and what time, and what place?
There you go.
Oh, we're invited. Don't you go?
Come on down. Come on down. What's in it? Taylor, Texas. It's going down in Taylor, Texas.
Taylor, Texas.
Yes.
All right, guys. You guys have a blessed night. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Y'all take care. Once again, continue prayers, George.
Thank you.
Que viva la música tejana. George Salazar.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Estoy sintiendo yo en mi corazón al decirme adiós, ay qué dolor estoy sintiendo yo. lo ves, mi amor, estoy herido, herido.
Oh, yeah, Tremendo Thursdays, turnitluplatino.com, man. That was an awesome interview, Mr. George Salazar. Thank you very much for taking time of your schedule and staying up late. With Tremendo Thursdays, Turn It Up Latino. This is another song we just love from George Salazar, Tu Mi Amor.
Di mi amor, dime lo que sientes en tu corazón. Yo me estoy enamorando. Di mi amor, dime si tú ves estrellas brillar cada vez que nos besamos. Tú llegaste encendiendo el fuego apagado en mi pasión. Tú, mi amor, me haces sentir lo que nunca yo había sentido. Tú, mi amor, haces latir mi corazón con tus besos. Tú, mi amor, me haces feliz cada día que estás conmigo. Solo tú, mi amor. Ven, dame todo tu cariño, ven, dame todo tu amor. Aquí te quiero, aquí conmigo, dentro de mi corazón. Es que yo te quiero amar, yo te quiero entregar todo este amor que siento, te lo quiero demostrar. Quiero darte mil besitos, acariciarte despacito, pasar la noche entera hasta que nos amanezca. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor.
Oh, yeah, Tremendo Thursdays. Doing a little triple shot, George Salazar. We're going to do a shot o'clock at 9:30. We're going to do shot o'clock at 9:30. Normally we do it at 9 o'clock. It's past my medication time. So get ready, 9:30.
Dame todo tu cariño, ven, dame todo tu amor. Aquí te quiero, aquí conmigo, dentro de mi corazón. Es que yo te quiero amar, yo te quiero entregar todo este amor que siento, te lo quiero demostrar. Quiero darte mil besitos, acariciarte despacito, pasar la noche entera hasta que nos amanezca. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven a mí, baby, ven a mí, dame todo tu amor, dame todo tu calor. Ven, dame
Oh, yeah, Tremendo Thursdays, turnitluplatino.com. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and also subscribe to us on the YouTube page. Get ready for shot o'clock at 9:30. 9:30 shot o'clock. Oh, yeah.
tanto esperaba tú, a quien tengo en mis sueños y en mi mente, a quien quiero que esté en mi presente. Tú has llegado a mi vida sin querer, yo no creo en las casualidades, llevas mi futuro en tus manos. Casualidad, yo creo que tú eres mi destino, eres tú mi camino, eres mi verdadero amor. Yo no creo en la casualidad y ahora estás entre mis brazos para siempre.
Coming out a little bit of Mike Gonzalez and the Iconics. Tremendo Thursdays, DJ Ramon Zumba Chica. Just having fun on another Thursday night. Oh yeah, the Iconics.
Cuéntale a todos cómo jugaste con mi amor, sabiendo que te amaba, que por ti mi vida daba, me quebraste el corazón. Cuéntale a todos cómo lloraba yo por ti, cómo me traibas de un cordón, porque yo sin tu amor no era feliz. Cuéntale a todos que solo fui tu diversión, pero este mundo todo cobra y ahora tú es la que llora por mi amor.
Oh yeah, we played this, I believe last week. Brand new song, La Fiebre, featuring DJ Kane, former lead singer of the Cumbia Kings, doing a little Tejano. Check it out, man. I like this song. Something brand new.
Yo no sé por qué no puedo olvidar lo que fue, no sé resignarme a no volverte a ver.
Ya lo ves y amé con cada rincón de mi ser. Te di todo lo mejor de mi vida, mis sueños y mi fe.
Y yo no sé olvidar cómo me hiciste tú. Te has quedado clavada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer.
No sé cómo arrancar tus besos de mi piel. Eres tú mi obsesión, mi tormento. Nada puedo hacer. Yo daría hasta la vida
por verte otra vez.
Oh yeah, once again some brand new music. La Fiebre featuring DJ Kane. Oh yeah, I like the DJ Kane falsettos in this song. Sounding real good.
Yo no sé, tal vez
Llevarte por dentro será la forma de hallarle hasta mi soledad. Ya lo ves, quizás amar sin medir fue un error, pero es imposible lograr que entienda el corazón. Y yo no sé olvidar cómo lo hiciste tú. Te has quedado clavada en mi pecho como si fuera ayer. No sé cómo arrancar tus besos de mi piel. Eres tú mi obsesión, mi tormento, y nada puedo hacer. Yo daría hasta la vida, yo daría hasta la vida, yo daría hasta la vida por verte otra vez.
Oh yeah, once again, that was a little brand new song from La Fiebre featuring DJ Kane. That's DJ Kane, the former lead singer, way back when, Cumbia Kings. Coming at you a little bit of Marcos Orozco, and we got Shot O'Clock right after
La
this.
verdad no te olvidé, aún te sigo queriendo, y aunque mucho es que pasó y la vida nos cambió, sigue vivo el sentimiento. Toda una vida traté de ignorar cómo dolía, mas haberme conformado a no tenerte a mi lado ha sido absurda agonía. Perdón si no te supe amar, yo sé que merecías más amores como tú, y sé, solo se viven una vez. Solamente me queda abrazar lo que fuimos un día, qué agonía.
Here. Once again, little Marcos Orozco. Tremendo Thursdays. Turn it up, Latino.com. Hope everybody had a good time, man. It's Shot O'Clock time. Shot O'Clock time. That's when this song comes on, you already know it means one thing. Tonight, it means I am 30 minutes past my medication time. But that's okay. We had an awesome interview with Mr. George Salazar. Thank you very much, George, for spending time out of your schedule. Late night. Yes. Hopefully, I don't know what time he wakes up in the morning and go to work, but hopefully he wakes up on time.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe he's 1 hour ahead. So he said it was 10 o'clock, and we didn't want to keep him past that. But, you know, it looked like one of those interviews that we could have just kept talking and talking and talking. He's a great person to talk to.
Yeah.
And we've had many of interviews with artists like that. And that's so awesome. You know, sometimes people think that the artists, you know, kind of keep them themselves. But, you know, that's not so true. Sometimes they do like to speak and just, you know, talk about how their career has gone and where it's going and what they've done and all that good stuff.
Yes, we love it.
Yeah,
we love it.
Yeah. So
they make it easy for us.
They make it easy. Yeah, absolutely, George. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. We really enjoyed it.
And his lovely wife, Norma Salazar, for doing what she does for the Tejano music movement. And yeah, so we're gonna do a shot. Any last minute shout outs, Zumba?
Oh, we have a lot. We have a lot of shout outs. So I think I'll just, you know, bundle them all up and say thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Turn it up, Tremendo Thursdays. And if you didn't hear Ramon saying earlier, our other shows will be back soon.
Back soon.
They're transitioning to new studios.
We got new studios. They're working on bigger and better things. They're going to be broadcasting from the top of the Eiffel Tower. So yes, Buddha Party Show will be back soon. I believe Oscar G as well. I'm not sure if he was on yesterday, but yeah, stay tuned. I know tomorrow the Tejano Soul Show will be on from 11 to 2. That's the syndicated show. And some of y'all that listen to that show, thank you very much. But keep in mind that is a syndicated show, so it is not live. He is doing shout-outs, but that was shout-outs from like 5 days ago.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's an awesome show to listen to. He's got great music, 3 hours of professionally produced Tejano radio show.
Yeah.
Tejano Soul Show from 11 to 2, Central Standard Time. What are we doing a shout out for, or a shot for Zumba?
I think we'll do one for Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, yes, absolutely. Juneteenth, for all those individuals that had to struggle.
Yes.
And June 19th was the Day of Freedom.
The Day of Freedom, yes.
Yes, absolutely. So salute, and for all of those that jobs that acknowledge Juneteenth,
yes,
and gave workers off, and hopefully more will get on board. But I work for a bank, so I was off. I had a good time. Yes. So yes.
And you actually did get a chance to attend a Juneteenth event.
We went to a Juneteenth weekend event this past weekend in DeSoto, Texas. Man, awesome. Got to see Zap. We do more than just Tejano. I like that old school stuff.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Got Zap.
I didn't get to go, but
of course, Roger is not a part of Zap anymore. But Zap was awesome, awesome band, and yeah, and more. Stay tuned. DJ Ramon coming to the city of Box Springs for the 4th of July celebration.
Yes, yes.
Man, that's going to be awesome. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, June 28th. More details on the way.
Yes.
Salute.
Salute.
For everyone celebrating Juneteenth.
Woo!
Oh yeah, man, that's some good stuff. Medication time. Make me sleep a little bit better. That's gonna do it, guys. Remember one thing. Actually, make sure you follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and check out the official website, turnituplatino.com. Check out the rest of the lineup, and remember one thing: life is a party. Life is a party. Celebrate every minute of it. Until next Thursday, y'all have a wonderful weekend. We'll see y'all next week.
Se cuidan. Hasta luego.